Suffering. Hello, idiots, and welcome back to another Lessons in Suffering. If you don't know who I am, go rewatch the last episode. Today, we're learning about one of my favorite subjects, manipulation. The art of getting what you want. Everyone is manipulative, and everyone can be manipulated. Manipulation is one of the most basic of human skills. Come on. You people do it all the time. Haven't you ever sent a cryptically depressed tweet just to see who's gonna pity you? You never talked with your friends or family about all the bills and the woes that you have so that they finally get to the point where they say, hey, well, maybe I can help you out, and they loan it to you? No, it's not a loan. You know it. And for all of you intelligent folk out there who say, no, I can't be manipulated, I'm too smart for that. I don't fall for hoaxes, I don't fall for cons, I see that shit coming. You don't. Because it's not about intelligence. It's not about smarts or wisdom or how much experience you've had. It's about being vulnerable. It's almost too easy to find vulnerable people these days. They're all over the place. Plenty of smart people get cancer, but that doesn't stop them from going to those clinics in the middle of the desert, which mysteriously have 99% recovery rates, and they always claim they can cure it. Never trust someone who claims they can cure cancer, unless they're an oncologist. You know who's especially manipulative? They're in your daily lives. You interact with them all the time. YouTube psychics that get you to watch their videos and buy their rose quartz pendants by just saying all your problems will go away if you do some arts and crafts and say a little prayer over it. Right. Because prayer actually does something. Please. Thoughts and prayers. Yeah, I bet you thoughts pray. They get to you by offering what you want. The entire diet industry is built on getting people to buy their shit, to buy a quick fix, because they're too lazy to put in the work. They just want to snap their fingers and make everything okay. Oh god, those wraps and those cleanses, they make you shit harder than a diamond in Antarctica. So I thought tonight I would teach you the optimal way to manipulate. First, choose your target. Ideally, you want very vulnerable with something you desire. I mean, you could just manipulate them for fun, like I do. But you probably want to get something out of it besides joy. Whether it's money or pity, affection, loyalty. Second, establish trust. Get to know them. Be a listening ear. Let them open up to you because God knows if they're vulnerable about something, they're gonna want to talk about it. You people want to talk so much about your dumb feelings. You want them to trust you. Otherwise, how are you gonna be able to get them to do what you want? And then you can slide into third. Isolate and make them dependent. Isolation is one of the best tactics. Start telling them things like, oh, I don't really like hanging out with so-and-so because they talk behind your back and say mean things about you. Or if you're someone who has the ability to change where they live, ask them to live with you. Take them away from everything that they know and love. Don't let them see their friends. Don't let them see their family. And if you do, complain the whole time. As soon as you start isolating, they'll become dependent on you. Become their safety net. They have to need you. And they have to need you because you're the only one who can save them. You're the only one who understands them. Fourth, now comes the fun part. This is the one you're gonna do the longest because it's basically just chipping away at somebody's soul until they give you everything you desire. You're gonna rotate between criticism, guilt tripping, and affection. The criticism breaks down their self-esteem, making them insecure about what they're doing. And if they push back, you go to guilt tripping. That's when the real self-loathing begins. Because if you can make them feeling guilty for being mad at you, well, you've got them wrapped around your little finger. And lastly, affection. You want them to keep coming back. If you only give them the negative, they'll realize that you're a monster. You can show them a little bit of kindness after you've been your worst. They'll come crawling back to you every time. Just rotate between mind games and love and guilt and contempt. If you just keep them on the manipulation merry-go-round, eventually they're gonna get sick. They're gonna barf up everything they've got just for you. When they run dry, cut and run. Abandon them when they're no longer of use, so somebody else can use them. I mean, you've basically already set them up for it. Manipulation's been set up your entire lives. It starts from the very beginning. That first guilt trip, that first gossipy note past in middle school. The first passive-aggressive slam of a door when somebody doesn't get their way. It's their own fault for believing it. And the best part about manipulation is that shame keeps them quiet. It's the fear of being called an idiot or a fool or being laughed at that'll keep them from saying anything at all. You take enough from somebody and they will never recover. Who wants to admit that they trusted someone they couldn't trust? Manipulation is the illusion of equal exchange. It's a promise to repay without any intention of doing so. To all you people saying, oh, I would never do that. I would never hurt the ones that I love. Well, have I got news for you? You're probably doing it right now. So ask yourself, are you a manipulator? A victim? Or just a bystander? Just look at the beauty community. Those faces are painted for a reason. And you know when they're being the most manipulative? When they're making a video without putting any makeup on. You're going to be manipulated. Whether it be by the political parties who beg you for their money, promising everything you want, or biased tabloid tea-spilling journalists on YouTube, or even just your cat giving you baby meows in order to get an extra treat. If you can do manipulation right, you can get whatever you want. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's a smile with a dream that'll never come true. But do remember, if you're going to make someone suffer, let me watch. And remember, chums, every time you support Olive on Patreon, a vegan goes back to being a vegetarian. This is my Patreon supporter song. Thank you for helping me continue on. Thomas St. Clair, Nicholas Lathan, Ricardo, Nikki, and Yogi Boo, Phil, Kevin, Jimmy Crunk, Hannah, Brandmaster 2. Follow me on whatever links are below. I have no idea what's down there. Oh, wait. This isn't tea. It's just salt. Life is suffering.